today is a viewer's request, or to be more precise, it is actually from a fellow YouTuber. This is a request from Richard McCook, who says, "Can you do T-Rex?" So yeah, I went, "Yep, no problem." So I thought I'd split it up into Tyrannosaurus Rex and T-Rex. So today we're looking at Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, I'd heard a few of these songs, mainly on compilations, but I'd never really looked into the actual albums. And I will be quite honest with you guys, I struggled. I like some of the songs, but I really struggled with these, and it took me a little while to get this one because I did struggle. So we'll go on. There's 4 to look at, and all I'll say is I am glad he changed direction. I really am. Because some of this is a little bit way out there. Some really good tracks, and there's some absolute stinkers, I'm afraid. That's probably going to upset a lot of people, but that's how I hear it. So we've got 4 albums to look at. So coming in at number 4 is his very first album, or the very first album by Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now, it's one of the longest titles of an album that I've ever come across. It came out in 1968, and I've got to look at this to read it. So it's called "My People Were Fair and Had Sky in Their Hair, but now they're content to wear stars on their brows." Yeah, this is more of a psychedelic folk rock album, and it features Marc Bolan on vocals and guitars, Steve Peregrine on bongos and percussion, and John Peel, who reads some stuff off a children's story written by Marc Bolan. First track is called Hot Rod Mama. Now, it's a good track. Guitar's great. Marc sings brilliantly. But the bongos. This Steve Peregrine, whatever his name is, he's on a different planet. He's not even in the same room, because his bongos playing does not even comprehend what Marc's playing. I like the track, but get rid of those bongos. Then we get Scene Scoff. Yeah, I really struggle with these bongos. They don't. It's taken away the skill of Marc. Great singing, great guitar playing, but the bongos are just irritating on that one. Child Star. Now this one's not too bad. Yeah, they actually do. Bongos are not so bad. They're sort of a bit more coherent. Strange orchestras, just not my cup of tea. Full stop. I love Marc Bolan, but I don't like this. Chateau in Virginia Waters. Love the tune. Love the guitar work from Marc. Love the singing. Hate the bongos. Dwarfish Trumpet Blues. I like this because it actually is just a coherent track. Mustang Ford. I'm getting to the stage now where I'm trying to just block out the bongos because it's quite a nice little boogie song. Afghan Woman. Oh, I like this song. I actually do, because the percussion on it isn't too bad. Really good song, that one. Night. Again, like the song, like the vocal from Marc. Hit the bongos. It just does not fit. If you're going to play the bongos, play along with the tune. Don't go and do your own thing. Really? Graceful at Fat Sheba. It's quite progressive in a weird way, and I like it. Really good. Wilder of Words. Again, it's a shame that them bongos and the percussion just not fit to this song. I think this has been a far better album with just Marc playing his guitar. I could have got that. Now we get the last track, Frowning Atapula, Inca My Love. Now, do I want to hear John Peel reading a story? No. Great DJ, but a monotonous voice that sends you to sleep. I'm sorry, I really struggled with this album. There are a couple of highlights, but what ruins this is the bongos. They really just don't do nothing for me. Take the bongos out and you've got a pretty good album, or a different sort of percussion that actually works with the songs. So I'm only going to give this an RTO ranking of 3 out of 10. Okay, then, coming in at number 3, we get to the second album, Prophets, Seers, Sages, The Angels of Ages, released in 1968. Again, Marc Bolan and Steve Peregrine on the bongos and the Chinese gong and the African drums. Now we got Deborah is the opening one. Now I love this. I've always liked this song, even with the bongos. But as my friend Lee told me, this is the song that Francis Rossi got the idea from Down Down, and I like that track. It's probably one of my favourite Tyrannosaurus Rex tracks. Stacey Grove. Again, this is a really good little catchy tune. Certainly at this age, you knew what Marc wanted to do, and you could tell what a good voice he'd got. Wind Quarters. Some lovely guitar work here for Marc. Really nice tune. And for some reason, the effects on this are really good. It's not a bad track at all. Consular. Again, this is a good track. It's starting to get that glam feel to it. Even this is acoustic. It's a really good track. I like that track. Trelawney Lawn, another nice little tune. Not too bad at all. Then we get Angels of the Madge. It's a bit of a nonsense track. I don't like it. The Friends, very short track, but enjoyable. Then we get Salamander Palanda. Pretty good. It's an acoustic punk song in my books. It's really funny hearing the guitars played like that. It's pretty good. On Wonderful Brown Skinned Man, very short thing. Oh Harley, the Salt Banks. It's okay. That's all I'll say. Eastern Spell. The bongos just drive me insane. That's a shame. The Travelling Tradition. I like this track because it hasn't got those bongos on it. That's why I like it. Jupiter Suction. Bit Harry Krishna here. But it's alright. And then you got Scene Scoff Dynasty. This is quite different. It's got clapping in it and Marc. So I like the idea. Pleasant enough album, but those bongos do get on my nerves again. He just doesn't seem to be playing on the same wavelength as Marc at times. But there are a few better tracks on this album, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 4 out of 10. Coming in at number 3, you notice we're now going in order. It's the third album, Unicorn, released in 1969, and it was the last album to feature Steve Perowin. Grin. Hey! But got some additional on here. We got piano from Tony Visconti, which is excellent. John Peel's back. First track on this one is Chariots of Silk. We're starting to have a little bit of feel of glam rock on this, and I think it's a pretty good track. Like that one. Pon on a Hill. Solid. It's at least the bongos are starting to sound like they're coming in at a better angle. I don't know if this is Tony Visconti's input because he produced this album, but it sounds a lot better. The Seal of Sessions, love this. I love the great vocal from Marc on that one. A really good track. Then we get The Throat of Winter. This has got a bluesy feel to it on the acoustic guitar, and I think it's a really strong track. Cat Black, The Wizard's Hat. My favourite on the album. This is just very unplugged glam rock, and I love the piano work from Tony Visconti on this. Absolutely brilliant. Stones for Avalon. It's an okay track. I think the vocal's a bit weird, but it's pleasant enough. She Was Born to Be My Unicorn. I like this track. It reminds me of some of that stuff that Robert Plant done during his solo career. Some of the stuff he did with Jimmy Page on that experimental album. Very good track. Like a White Star, Tangled and Far. Tulip, That's What You Are. What a great title for a track. I really struggle with this one though. It's nothing coherent on it. No one seems to be playing the same, singing off the same hymn sheet on this one. Then we get Warlord of the Royal Crocodiles. Pleasant enough tune, and dreaded bongos are on it though. Evenings of Damansk. I think this would be a better track without bongos again. The Sea Beasts. I like the vocal on this, and the percussion sounds a lot better. Pretty good track. Iscaria. This is an interesting track. Yeah, that's what I'll say. It's very interesting. Nijinsky Hind. Again, this is very laying the foundations of Marc's later albums. The rhythm in this is really good. You can tell where we're going to go. Excellent track that is. I like that one. The Pilgrim's Tale. Again, another nice piece of music. Very nice. Misty Coast of Albany. This is for an acoustic track. It's quite rocky. Excellent track. Nothing wrong with that one. Romany Soup. Oh dear. John Peel. I don't want to. Within a couple of minutes, I'd switched it off. It was just awful. I think he's got such the most monotonous voice in the world. It's okay introducing bands and that, but when you get him reading a passage like this, you go. But on the whole, this is a better album. I think it's got some really good tracks on. Marc is starting to find his groove, and I'll give this an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 1, funny enough, it's the final album from Tyrannosaurus Rex. Steve Peregrine's Gone. It's A Beard of Stars. Came out in 1970. On here we have Marc Bolan on the acoustic and electric guitars and vocals, Mickey Finn on the rock and clay drums, backing vocals, finger cymbals and bass. Again, we've got producing by Tony Visconti, and he plays the piano. First track on here is called Prelude. Really nice guitar piece. I like that track. It's only a minute long, but it's really nice. A Delay, a nice track. Love the guitar work on this. This is fabulous. Really, really good. Woodland bop, nice arrangement, funny lyrics, some nice guitar riffs in it. Fist Heart, Mighty Dawn Dart. This is the start of the glam rock. I love the bass line in this. There's actually a bass guitar in this. It's terrific. Probably one of my favourite tracks. In fact, I'd say this is probably the best track that Tyrannosaurus Rex did. Pavilions of Sun. The bongos appear on this, but they sound a little bit more coherent. Organ Blues. I like this. It's got old church organs. The bongos fit. Whoever plays the bongos on this, I think it's this Mickey Finn. It's got a little bit more to it. Mickey Finn has a little bit. I think he's a better sort of percussionist, shall we say? It's just a really good track. By the Light of the Magical Moon. I love this. One of my favourite songs on the album. Terrific, lovely guitar solo in this. Fantastic stuff. Wind Cheetah. Not fond of this. Not my cup of tea. Then we get the title track, A Beard of Stars. Good track. Should have been longer. It's only a minute and a half. I love the electric guitar on this. Marc really starting to show that he can play good guitar. Great Horse, again very short. Starting to generate that sound of T-Rex. This is stripped down T-Rex. Birth of T-Rex, I'd say, this track. Excellent track. Dragon's Ear starts off really well, and then bongos come in and sort of ruin it. Lofty Skies, this is psychedelic. Lovely. Acoustic, psychedelic acoustic music, really good. Dove, again, this track is really good. The bongos are coherent, and it's really good stuff for Marc. Excellent. And then we get Elemental Child. This is the first really rock track to appear at one of my favourites. Good riffs in this. This is what we want. This is what people came to love. This sort of Marc Bolan. At this stage, John Peel left because he thought he'd sold out. It's because he became popular after this. Apparently, Marc Bolan sold out. I don't think he sold out. He just got better. Anyway, this album is really good. It's the best Tyrannosaurus Rex album without doubt, and this is what launched T-Rex, so it is going to be good, and I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay, that's Tyrannosaurus Rex sorted out. Next week we'll do T-Rex, which I'll enjoy more. I did struggle with this one, especially them first two albums. They were just totally hoopy. But yeah, it's been an eye opener for me, and boy have I seen that he got better as time went on. Okay, I'll be back with retro ranking very shortly. This week we're doing a bit of rockabilly. For the rockabilly revival of the 80s, we're looking at the Stray Cats. Great little band. Brian Seltzer. So join me for that one. So until then, bye for now.